Welcome to the Dezperate Actor Podcast with your host, Steve Des, taking you from where you are to where you want to be with the Dezperate Actor program. Go to dezperateactor.com for more information. And now, here's your host, Steve Des. Hello and welcome to the Dezperate Actor Podcast. It's me, Steve Des from dezperateactor.com, and today we're going to be talking about things will take time to flourish. And yeah, things will take time to flourish. I know that you have big goals, big dreams, big things that you want to achieve in this world. Maybe you want to be a Marvel superhero and have like this big grandiose dreams that you have. I'm not telling you it's impossible. But what I'm telling you is that things will take time. Things will take time in order for you to achieve certain things. And the hardest part out of every journey that you decide to take on in your life is to start. But once you get it started, then you have to be consistent. Then you have to keep it going. Then you have to maintain it. Then you have to grow it. And eventually things will flourish in due time. Things will get to the point that you want, especially if you have specific goals in mind. And that's the first thing that I want to talk about, that in order for things to flourish for you, you have to be very specific with what it is that you want to achieve. There's something called New Year's resolutions, and that's something that a lot of people feel a little iffy about, or they go like, hey, why would I do resolutions if I never achieve them, or whatever it is. But one thing I can tell you about myself, New Year's resolutions were the things that really helped me achieve so much more that I can possibly even think of when it comes to the industry. Why? Because before, when I was in the industry, when I was getting started, I was almost aiming at nothing. I was just like, okay, I want to become an actor in Hollywood and I want to achieve things. I want to book projects and do this and that. But I wasn't really clearly specific with what was it that I wanted. And the moment I started getting specific, I was like, I want to be in a series just like The Office. I want to be on like a Netflix movie. I want to be in this and that, and I started being way more specific about the things I wanted to personally achieve. Things started happening. They didn't happen immediately. Like I told you, things will take time to flourish. But the moment you put that on paper and you see that paper every single day, let's say you put it, I even did this once. I remember I put that piece of paper literally on my ceiling, so the moment I woke up and I opened my eyes, the first thing that I'm seeing is my goals, my personal goals that I want to achieve within the industry and even outside of the industry. But literally by me getting a constant reminder and putting that into not only my conscious but my subconscious, I was able to achieve those particular goals sooner rather than later. Sometimes weeks will pass by, sometimes months will pass by, sometimes years will pass by. But ultimately, those specific goals that I put myself in happened. And when they did happen, I didn't even notice them. I didn't even remember, oh my God, I remember writing this down. Like it took me a while later to literally realize, oh, that was one of my goals. Like this project that I'm working on right now was one of my goals that I wrote down. And it's incredible when you give yourself a proper amount of time to achieve these goals and these dreams that you have. Because they will happen, they will flourish, but you have to be very specific with what it is that you want, because the industry is a humongous ecosystem that has all types and sorts of projects all the time. But if you know what you're aiming at, it's easier to actually get those things versus if you're not aiming at nothing, or you're just aiming at everything. It's harder for you to actually have the fulfillment and those dopamine hits of actually achieving the specific and clear goals that you're putting yourself into. So things will take time to flourish. Don't stress about your career just getting started. Don't stress about things are not happening as quickly as you want to, but just enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, and have those clear goals, have that clear vision, have that clear mindset that will help you propel your career to the next level. And if you need help about how to market yourself within the industry, definitely check out our Dezperate Actor programs. We have them available at dezperateactor.com in order to get you the proper representation, market yourself better within the industry, network like a pro, and get you working every freaking day. So go ahead and check out the Dezperate Actor program at dezperateactor.com. And remember, things need time. Things will take time to flourish. So give yourself time, write down those goals, and go ahead and be a freaking badass. And what the Dezperate Actor Podcast brings to the table is basically give you a blueprint and a step-by-step guide on how to maximize your career in Hollywood. This particular podcast is primarily for those people that are interested into breaking into the Hollywood industry and get to know the secrets and things that they need to know in order to maximize their career and go from desperate to a working professional actor. We have guides, we have books, we have programs and courses available for you at dezperateactor.com. That's DezperateActor.com. Dezperateactor.com. And we're going to be basically all the time giving you tips and tricks, not only in our podcast, but also in our YouTube channel, our TikToks, Instagram, and every social media platform that we develop here at Dezperate Actor Incorporated. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. We're going to be sharing not only my particular journey, but the journey of other actors as well. We're going to be interviewing people in the very near future in the podcast that are involved in Hollywood somehow, some way, whether they're involved directly in Hollywood or they're working in different industries such as London, Atlanta, Canada, even Colombia. There's a vast majority of people working in the film industry all over the world. And that's why I want to bring the Dezperate Actor Podcast to help you see that this dream is possible no matter where you're at. So if you want more information about what we're doing here at Dezperate Actor, don't forget to subscribe to this podcast, like it, rate it 5 stars, and tell us what you think about the information that we're sharing, not just here, but all over our ecosystem. And if you want more information on how you can get involved and how you can get your career started, just go to dezperateactor.com for more information regarding to our programs, coaching, books, and much more. So thank you so much for being part of this incredible journey. The Dezperate Actor Podcast will be uploading episodes every single week. So make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, and tell all your friends about all the amazing opportunities, tips, tricks, and hacks that we're going to give you right here in the Dezperate Actor Podcast. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your year.